Good morning and happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. I can tell that my brother is with us. So, good morning, Caleb. I hope you're having a great day so far.
Hello, brother. Well, it's Friday, so the weekend. We've made it. Good job.
Kind of. I mean, we still have today to go, but
Okay, glass half empty.
listen, no, I'm excited about the day I have ahead. So it is a good thing. Josh is my husband, for those of you who don't know. He got me a cocktail making class as a birthday gift. And so we're gonna be doing that tonight. So that should be super fun and exciting.
That sounds like
Um, I love any opportunity to create. So really excited about that.
Well, let's get into the news, shall we?
Yes, yes.
So first, we got our new dates for the Flower and Garden Festival.
Which is very, very exciting. I think that's probably my favorite Epcot festival that they have.
I love Flower and Garden Festival.
I could go see a topiary like every day for the rest of my life, and it would make me thrilled. Which is your favorite?
I love Flower and Garden. I think that's probably my favorite.
Yeah, I mean the topiaries. Do you have a favorite?
Oh, I don't know that I have a favorite. Love the Peter Pan one. But I just love to like go around, see all the colors and all the bright flowers. I love it. And like I was telling MK last night that the Spring Dapper Day falls during Flower and Garden. So I'm like, we need to do that. Both of those things.
We do. The other thing I love about Flower and Garden, so I have alpha-gal syndrome, which like renders me allergic to red meat. I know you've experienced it as well. But I love Flower and Garden because I feel like it's the most plant-centric festival for food booths. So if you have alpha-gal or you're a vegetarian or vegan, it might be a good festival to consider visiting for food purposes. They have a lot of booths sponsored by like Impossible Meat and stuff. So
that's a really good point. I did have alpha-gal. Thankfully, that passed, but I am still gluten allergic to wheat. So that's the bad thing about festivals. I think it's the hardest place for me to eat because they don't have like as good as like allergy specific, I should say, things on the menu. You can find things, but you really have to go and dig for them.
Yeah. And I feel like so much of living life with an allergy anyways is feeling like you have to dig for like recipes. So it's kind of nice when you're on vacation, which Disney World does a really good job with Disney in general. Like I've had the same experience on Disney cruises, and hopefully when I go to Disneyland, it'll be the same. But they do a really good job with allergies. So, yeah.
Okay, so Flower and Garden is going to be from March 5th to June 2nd of 2025. So if you have clients that are interested in Flower and Garden, or if you need something to start marketing, if you need some marketing ideas, this is a really good place to jump because this is going to be during the springtime and it's time to start that springtime marketing for sure.
Yeah. It's great to like market a spring break trip as a Christmas gift. I honestly think like I've done some of that. And this will be one of the other things we cover, but like with Disney's new cruise promo that they dropped, like offering that as a summer gift that you put under the tree is really great too. But yeah, my blog today is actually all about like spring break trip options.
And where do we find your blog?
mksmagicaladventures.com.
mksmagicaladventures.com. Yeah, go read her blog and also check out the gift guide because it's super nifty for stocking stuffers and things like that.
Yeah, I always really struggle with stocking stuffers, so I spent probably the most time on that. But we also have like board games and luggage and all sorts of other stuff on there too.
Something for everybody.
Yes.
So in other news, it says, I'll just read it verbatim because I've told MK I don't know anything about cruises. It says limited time promotion on select cruises. Pay only 50% of required deposit at time of booking. MK, tell us what that means.
Okay, so for Disney World packages, typically most people know like the deposit is just $200, which makes it a pretty easy ask for a lot of people. But with Disney Cruise Line, it's 10% of the cruise fare, unless you're concierge, which are like super bougie rooms. Then I think it's 20%. But with that, the deposit ends up being cost prohibitive at times. So with this new offer, it really reduces the amount you have to pay at deposit, which makes it a whole lot less cost prohibitive. I think so. Sam, can you remind me of the dates? It's June 16th, 20 cruises departing after June 16th.
June 16th, it says, with tropical cruises to the Caribbean or the Bahamas and fun-filled itineraries to Alaska, Europe, Mexico, and beyond, guests can take advantage of this limited time offer on select sailings between June 16th, 2025 and May 31st, 2026.
So,
but you have to book by March 14th.
Yeah, which gives you some time. But I think this is really a great option to start marketing as a Christmas gift. Some fun ways that you could have people like share it as a gift so that they feel like there's something under a tree is to get some like cruise related item that they'll need off of Amazon. That way it's there, and then they can have like a big reveal with the family. But it just reduces the overall deposit, which is, I mean, I really feel like having that money up front when you are planning to go on a Disney cruise sometimes can be the most cost prohibitive. And I know a lot of people, just to kind of like talk Disney cruises for a minute. I'm seeing tons of treasure preview stuff. If you haven't seen any of that, it's amazing. It just looks like an absolutely gorgeous ship. And when I saw stuff last night, I was like, I want to be on the treasure. But with that, like Disney cruises, sometimes people are like, why are they so much more expensive than other cruise lines? So many of the other cruise lines, like you have to pay for different things piecemeal. Disney doesn't do that. As a avid Diet Coke fan, I love that I can get on board and like know that I can have Diet Coke without worrying about having to purchase a beverage package or whatever else. I also really love that room service is just included with Disney Cruise Line, which makes it super fun. Like getting milk and cookies before bed, I think is a really magical opportunity for families to do something a little bit different. But there are a lot of things that Disney Cruise Line just includes. Sam, I know you were talking about some things that you saw on a cruise at one point, like one of the few cruises you've been on. And I just really love how family friendly Disney is. There's not a casino. There's not a drink package. So you're not going to see as much overuse of alcohol, I guess is the best way to say it. And I just think I think it's a really nice option for families who want to have fun, want their kids to enjoy a cruise, want to be able to enjoy the entertainment together, but also would like a break and the ability to like put their kids in childcare so they can have a few hours to relax. So I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of Disney Cruise Line. And I'm trying to figure out the quickest way I can get on one in the near future. So
I'm just afraid of being sick.
I hear that a lot. And honestly, I get it, totally valid. I think a lot of people do pretty well with the like meclizine, which are like, meds to keep them from getting sick, but also like the little patches behind their ear. I've seen people do really well with those. But I think a lot of that is just knowing where in the ship to stay too, so that your room is not. You're not.
This is why I don't book cruises. I don't know anything, and I don't want to put. People think I'm kidding when I say I only book Disney World. I only book Disney World, like, because I know it like the back of my hand. I don't know where to put somebody on a ship. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I think if you can learn it, it is a really great thing to be able to offer people. I do think there's a common misconception though that like cruising, you just like book and that's it. And I don't think that's great. Like I've learned a lot over the past few years, and there are definitely some things you can do to enhance your client's cruise vacation. And those are things I look forward to doing in the future.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those things that I'm gonna have to go first and
Yeah.
experience it before I would feel comfortable selling it, because that's pretty much I don't do international. I will do Disneyland because I've been, but I'm not as familiar. And I so with my Disney World packages, I'm going off on a tangent now. I want to make it very curated, a very curated experience. And I feel like I can only do that because I know it so well.
So here's a potentially hot take for you. Do you think that it's best to have been to the destinations you're selling, or do you think that you can sell places well? And really, we're not selling locations, we're selling our services. Do you feel like you can sell top quality service to a destination you've never been before?
I think it would be possible, but it would take way more time than I think a commission or a fee would, because I want to make sure I know everything about a destination. And with Disney, like I have clients that will call me and be like, "Hey, I'm lost and I'm trying to get to this place." And I'm like, "Okay, look around. What do you see?" And they're like, "I see Haunted Mansion." And I'm like, "Okay, turn left, walk this way. You're going to see this." And that's why I feel so comfortable sending people to Disney World, because I know it.
Right,
So,
right. And I'm the same. I'm the same way. And I feel like even now, every time I go, I it gives me new ideas for like service ads. And that's why I want to cruise more, is because I think I am very much a learn by doing. There are destinations that I think you can sell, and your services that you can sell. Like you said though, I it requires a lot more work and a lot more um research on the back end. And I think the best way for me to learn how to plan a trip for someone else is to plan that same trip for myself. So I'm really looking forward to cruising more in 2025 and 2026 so that I can really continue to find ways to, add amazing services and value adds for my clients. Whether that's a resource or like tips and tricks, all sorts of things like that.
excellent. And of course, those can all be turned into all kinds of content and
Yes, for sure.
goodies.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. Let us know what you're working on. If you're working on your marketing for Q1, if you're done, like we want to know what you're working on. Let us know. And we'll see you guys on Monday.
Yeah. Have a great Friday and a great weekend.
All right, we'll see you Monday at 8:30. Bye.